Another video in Module 4. This is the last video in Module 4, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up your Urban Achiever campaign inside of Facebook. There's going to be a few steps that we're going to go through. The first step is we're just going to look real quick at the campaign that we ran for the Brooklyn Scramble, and we kind of already picked a best audience last week. We're just going to look real quick at that, and we're going to use that audience to set up our campaign this week. But when we set up our campaign this week, instead of having only one ad inside of the audience like we had last week, we're just going to have one audience, but inside of that ad set, we're going to have 4 ads, and each of those ads, like we talked about in the prior video, are going to be a different image. So we're going to run the Urban Achiever basically with one audience and 4 ads inside of it to test out and see which image works the best, and then we're going to run it and spend maybe $100, $150 or so on it, and we're going to look at the results at the end of this video and show you how this new test did with the Urban Achiever campaign. So I'm going to just jump right inside of Facebook now and start showing you how to set up this Urban Achiever campaign. So the first thing that we want to look at here is, again, we looked at the results last week of the 3 different audience tests that we did inside of the Brooklyn Scramble campaign. And what we decided was that this group here, target group 6, was the one that we wanted to expand on a bit more. It was a really close match between TG6 and TG7. There really wasn't enough money spent here to really say for certain that TG6 was better than TG7. But we're going to just move forward with TG6 and continue testing on that audience. When digging into the details of the 2 different audiences a little bit more, TG6 being more focused on like organic foods and TG7 being more focused on vitamins, I have the feeling that TG6 is really going to be the more accurate one. And when you're running your ad campaigns, a lot of times you'll have to kind of use your own best judgment to decide, you know, which test subject was truly the winner, because a lot of times things are going to be a close call, and you know you won't really know for certain which one is better than the other based on the data, and sometimes you might just have to kind of use your best judgment and just decide which one you want to move forward with, and that's kind of what we're doing in this case here. We're going to move forward with TG6, but you know, when you do make a judgment call like this, it's always a good idea to, you know, not completely rule out that other audience, because as I said, you're continuously testing as you run Facebook, running Facebook campaigns. You're always testing new stuff, and you know, you're going to be running this campaign over and over again potentially, and there's no reason why when you do have a close call like this, you wouldn't want to in the future come back and test out TG7 again. But for this particular test, what I want to do is just test out different image variations to see which color scheme works the best for our specific product. And since that's my goal, we really just want to, you know, pick one audience and move forward with that in this test. So with that said, we're going to move forward with TG6, and now I'm going to jump inside of the Power Editor. Now, first thing, just make sure when you're in the Power Editor, you know, again, click the Download a Power Editor button, download all of your latest campaigns before you start working on them. So once you've downloaded all your campaigns, the first thing you want to do is just make sure you're clicked in on the Campaigns tab here. And then when you're in there, push the plus button to create a new campaign. And we're just going to call this campaign today's date, which is the 23rd of April. Actually, we're going to name it tomorrow's date because we're going to launch it at midnight tonight, the 24th of April. Urban Achiever Act Natural. So we've got our campaign named here, and then now what we want to do that's different than the last funnel is where it says objective. We want to change that from clicks to website to website conversions, because in the Urban Achiever campaign, we're going to use the conversion pixel to actually track exactly how many times someone has opted into our Urban Achiever opt-in page after they've clicked on an ad. So in the last one, we just did clicks to website because there was no opt-in happening. We just gave them the coupon code on our page and sent them on to Amazon, and that was it. So our objective was just to get people to click on our link to go to our website. But now we want them to actually you know, sign up for our email list, and then we give them the coupon. So the goal here is website conversion. So I'm going to click that as the objective, website conversions. Now I'm going to push create. So now we've got our new campaign with the objective of website conversions. And now over here, I want to click on not uploaded to make sure I'm just working inside of this new Urban Achiever Act Natural campaign. And now what I want to do is, after I've clicked that, click on the Ad Sets tab, and now I'm going to create a new ad set inside of here. And we're going to name this ad set TG6. So we're just going to run that audience that we decided did the best from the last run, and that was TG6. And then now, right below that, you'll see some buttons here. Now that we're doing optimized for website conversions, you'll be able to select a conversion pixel for your campaign to optimize for. So what you'll do is you'll click Use Existing Pixel. You'll find that pixel that you set up. So ours is the Urban Achiever Act Natural Email Opt-in, and then select that pixel. And it might tell you that it's unverified, and it's just saying that because no actual website traffic has been sent to that thank you page yet. But once you start sending some traffic, it'll switch from unverified to active. So once that's there, you just push the create button. Now you've got your ad set with your pixel linked up to it. Now what we want to do is we want to set up our budgeting and scheduling first of all. So what we're going to do for this test is we're just going to set a lifetime budget of $100, and we'll start this the following day at midnight. So we'll start it at 12 a.m. and then we'll end it one day later at midnight. So we'll give it a full 24-hour window to run. And sometimes you might pause it before it actually ends running. You always want to keep an eye on your coupon codes, which you can do just by looking at the you can do it by looking at your Amazon Seller Central account, and you can actually see the individual promotion that you set up. You can't see the individual coupon codes one by one, but you can say, let's say you named your promotion like the Urban Achiever $1 promo, and then you generated a bunch of sub-coupons beneath that. What you can do is inside of your Seller Central account, it's going to show you on your statistics how many of those promos have been claimed, but not necessarily the individual coupon codes itself. So you can kind of use that to gauge how many coupons have actually been claimed. And then once you get to the point where they've all run out, then of course you want to turn the campaign off. And another way you can do it too is when you're inside of your funnel designer tool and you're looking at your landing page in there, and that way if you're using the funnel designer tool, it'll actually show you which coupons have already been given out. So as soon as it's showing that there's no more coupon codes left, and then you'll start to see a blank on the page where the coupon code is, you'll also know at that point too that you're out of coupon code. So we've set it for a 1-day, 24-hour window with a $100 lifetime budget. Now we want to set up the audience here for TG6, and it's going to be pretty simple. We just click Edit Audience, and then we open up the Save Target Group TG6. So now we've already preset all of this stuff. So we've loaded it all in here, and now I'm just going to push Save. And now what I want to do is down here I want to make sure again that I'm only setting my targeting to desktop newsfeed. So I'm going to uncheck mobile newsfeed. I'm going to uncheck desktop right column. And then as I scroll down, I'm going to go down to where it says optimization and pricing. And this time, let's leave it for just optimize for website conversions. Let's let Facebook bid for us to get us the best conversion prices. When you're using a conversion pixel, we've had a lot of success just letting Facebook optimize for our website conversions. And you can come back in later if you're seeing your conversion prices a lot higher than you want, or something like that. You can come in here and try to kind of mess with the bids like we taught you before. You could change optimize for from website conversions to clicks, and you can do just like we did before and set an actual click price. But for now, I would suggest let's just testing out the website conversions optimization and see how that works for you. So you'll set that there as optimized for website conversions, and now everything here is all set up. And just one more thing I wanted to point out is just make sure that when you actually set up this initial campaign, that you're not just duplicating the old campaign, because the old campaign had a campaign objective of clicks to website, and the new campaign has an objective of website conversions. And when you duplicate a campaign, you can't actually change the objective of that campaign. So I just wanted to point that out just to make sure that you're not actually duplicating the old Brooklyn Scramble campaign. So now we're back inside the Urban Achiever campaign, we've got our audience all set up, we've got our budget set up, we're targeting 4.6 million people here. Now that that's all set up, we can then move on into the ads section. So we're going to create a new ad, and let's call this ad C2. And if you remember, in the Brooklyn Scramble, the last creative that we ran, we labeled as creative number 2. And we're going to, in this one, use the exact same creative with the same image and everything, but we're just going to change the URL that we're going to send the people to, because we want to send them to our Urban Achiever landing page instead of our Brooklyn Scramble landing page. So we're going to call this C2, and then I'm going to open up the old campaign over here, the old Brooklyn Scramble campaign. I'm going to find the C2 in there. So you'll see there's 3 C2s in there because we had a creative 2 in each of those 3 audiences. So I'm going to go in here and I'm actually going to piece by piece copy and paste this creative over. So the first thing is our ad text, and you can also use your ad text document to do this as well, but a nice easy way to do it if you don't have that handy is you can just copy and paste it straight from the old campaign. So I'm going to copy and paste the text first. I'm going to open up Urban Achiever Act Natural campaign. I'm going to open up the new C2, and then I'm going to just post that text from the prior campaign straight here into the text box. So now I've got the same C2 text as the Brooklyn Scramble, and now I'm going to go back to the C2 from the Brooklyn Scramble again. I'm going to grab the headline, I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to open up the Urban Achiever campaign, paste it into this C2 here in headline, and then now I'm going to grab the link description from there. So I'm going to copy the link description over, open up the Urban Achiever campaign, and paste that link description right here, newsfeed link description. And now we need to put in our website URL, so you can open up your ad text document and grab it from there if you pasted it in there, or you can just open up your amazing.com tool and go to your landing page inside of the funnel designer and copy the URL from your page URL and just paste it straight into here where it says website URL. And now what you want to do is scroll down to where it says image and click select image and open up that original image from Creative 2, which is this, for us, it's this green image here. And now with that, we've got the whole ad set up for Creative 2. But what we wanted to do for this is we actually wanted to take this exact same creative, but do 3 additional images and then run the Urban Achiever test with all 4 images and see which one produces the best results. So now that this whole piece of creative is all set up, what I want to do is push the button here that says duplicate. It's 2 little squares like this kind of overlaid on top of each other. So make sure you're clicked on Creative 2 and then push the duplicate button. And then now we're going to call this C3, which would stand for Creative 3. And all I want to do here is click on the button, scroll down here to where it says image, click on the button that says change image, and make sure you upload all of the new images that you made into the image library here, by uploading and dragging and dropping them into here. And then once you've got them all in there, then you can just go ahead and select those images one by one. The first image that I uploaded is this one here. So I'm going to click on that image, and now we've got our second image here for our dollar promo. So we've got our second image up, and now I'm going to duplicate this again. And I'm going to name this C4, and just like I did a second ago, I'm just going to scroll down, I'm going to click change image, and then I'm going to click on the third image that I want to run for this campaign. So I've got, and it's really quick once you've got them in your image library. You click on the image and now you've got it there. So now, so far we've got 3 different ads, all the same except that the image is different. So now that we've got our third ad, we're going to duplicate that ad, and we're going to set up our final 4th ad, and we're going to name this one Creative 5. So now we've got Creative 5, click the change image button again, and then choose the final image here. So now we've got 3 brand new images that we've created, and we've got our original image C2. So we're going to run this test, and now we've got kind of our constant. We know that this particular ad and audience did the best on our last test, and now we've got 3 new images to compare the results to the original test subject. So now we've got all 4 ads all set up here in the Urban Achiever. We've got our new landing page set up down here. So everything is all set up inside of this campaign. 4 new ads, same original audience from the Brooklyn Scramble campaign, and we've got a new campaign set to spend $100 tonight at midnight. So it's all set up, and then once you're done setting up your campaign, all you want to do is just push the upload changes button, send that on over to Facebook so that it can be submitted for the final review. So we're still going to cover the results in this video, but before you proceed with the video, make sure that you yourself actually, pick your best audience, set up your 4 new ads, and set those to go live. And then once that's ready, unpause the video, and you can watch the results of our Urban Achiever campaign.